Hi, I wanted to share some information to you women. I just came back from having a biopsy of the lining of my uterus. I think it's called an endometrial biopsy. And the lining of my uterus is thickened. They did a vaginal ultrasound to find that out. When you are on hormones, if you take estrogen and progesterone, sometimes the lining of the uterus can thicken. It's supposed to be 1 to 5 millimeters from what I understand, and mine was 16. So they just check to see if the lining is thicker, and then you could have something called endometrial hyperplasia, and that's the thickening of the lining of the uterus. It can turn into cancer. That's why they check it out. However, I didn't know that they could just do a vaginal ultrasound to check it out. I went to Whittier Hospital and it only cost $130 to do the ultrasound. Insurance didn't cover it. And that's how they could tell that I needed to have a biopsy. But what I wanted to talk with you about is this biopsy. It was the most painful thing I ever experienced ever in my life. I've had 5 children vaginally. I did not have epidurals. I handled that pain, and this was worse than that pain. It was absolutely awful. They can put you out, and I wished they had. During the procedure, of course, I couldn't have anybody there with me, and I was crying and probably screaming a little bit. I had to relax, and I was good at that because I learned that from Lamaze. But it was so painful that I was sweating. I almost passed out. They said that that was normal because when you go into the cervix, they have to dilate it with an instrument, and then they put another instrument in to suck and scrape some of the tissue out. They said that there'll be some cramping. It wasn't cramping, it was pure pain. So I'm sharing this so that those of you that might have to have a biopsy, that you will consider being put out, or maybe they can numb it somehow, or give you something to soften the cervix and open it. It's been almost 30 years since I've had children, so my cervix was pretty tight and pretty closed. But I don't want anybody in the world to ever experience this pain, ever. I read online and it said that the pain is not that bad for most women. I have a hard time believing that. And it was not tolerable, hardly at all. Anyhow, just wanted to share, and make sure if you're on hormones that go get a vaginal ultrasound and let them check the lining of the uterus to see how thick it is, and then you don't have to wait till it gets extra thick. So I love so many people. I love everybody, and I wish the best for everybody. And I'm sorry for the unhappy times that so many people are going through right now. But I do want the best for you all. So take care, get your checkups. If you're on hormones, get a vaginal ultrasound, pay the money, get it done, and enjoy your life and make it the best possible.